Hi there, I'm going to keep this short and to the point. As all you probably know already, news leaked out in late June that Kit Harington himself is trying to make a Jon Snow spin-off to Game of Thrones at HBO. News just came out for this that fans looking at the profiles of executive producers he's working with have noticed that one of them was registered for a limited run series with HBO. Not posting this because they already took it down when they realized we saw this. This was suspected for a while that the go-to executive producer that is the guy working with Kit Harington at this point is a producer named Daniel West. He was the executive producer, co-producer with Kit Harington on his limited run miniseries Gunpowder for HBO that came out a while ago about the Guy Fawkes gunpowder plot. So he's a close friend of Kit's. He's worked with him on the Gunpowder show that we already suspected, because they said Kit Harington brought in his own team, that one of the executive producers, if not the big one, would be Daniel West. So on West's profile, it said, working on a limited run series with HBO. That doesn't necessarily mean it's been greenlit. That we saw this with the other spin-offs that didn't make it. When they register for, I'm working for something, that doesn't mean anything. So what is the point of this video? The key distinction is that it's being described as a limited run series. This is going to be a one and done, one-shot miniseries. That is the new information here. So think like WandaVision. That this is going to be like a 6 to 8 episode thing. This is not a full ongoing TV series for multiple seasons. Some people hoped it would be that. It's not. The scale is different. That thinking about what they could or couldn't do, I've already made longer videos about this. I said it's not going to be Game of Thrones seasons 9, 10, and 11. That Martin and HBO thought it needed to run 10 seasons to tell the story right, and they truncated it. They're not just rebooting it again and resetting everything. It's not going to be that. I've seen people projecting all of their hopes and what they want it to be on there because they won't admit that season 8 ruined everything, rather than dealing with the facts on the ground. And I've seen this with other shows, like with X-Files, it's called the Chris Carter effect, with Lost, with Battlestar Galactica, that everyone keeps going, next season will make up for this current bad season. So like after season 5 was so bad on this, it was next season will be better, rather than deal with that things are going insane. So I think that's why season 8 hit so hard, because this is the end. The White Walker storyline was ruined, which was the central storyline, and they're not going to make up for it next season. A handful of people, thankfully not a lot, are treating this Jon Snow thing as it's going to make up for that. It can't. I've already said this. And it's not going to be that large of a scale anyway. It's a limited run, one-shot series. It can't. I think this is going to be an epilogue. A distant epilogue that Kit Harington would want to make to just have the last word on his character. Because I've seen people speculate, it's a wish list of, oh, well, they'll reset everything. Oh, I know how to fix it. Daenerys will be resurrected. And then what? They already made her into a mass murderer. You can't undo that. It would still be the same problems. This is that you can't undo the things they've screwed up, and it's the same people that thought, well, 6 episodes of season 8 will assuredly make up for the past 30 bad episodes since season 5. And it's the people going, oh, season 6 will make up for season 7, at least season 8 will make up for season 7, when it's, oh, well, I guess they'll be double-sized episodes, was a widespread belief, rather than it's only 6 episodes that can only do so much. At any rate, this isn't going to be sprawling political stuff with a war between him and a resurrected Daenerys, and him fighting Sansa for the North, and let's get Tyrion in there and Arya in there. It is a smaller scale, limited thing. I wouldn't rule out that, like, maybe Maisie Williams could cameo as Arya, or more likely Sophie as Sansa. Maybe the other storylines would cameo, but I doubt it. I also I can't disprove that this would lead to other sequel spin-offs, one-shots in the style of Marvel. Like, maybe they'd make an Arya one-shot after this. They're not working on it now, but they could suggest it later. You never know. but not right now at least, and she wouldn't be that prominent she'd be at best a cameo in this, and we have no reason to think that. I think what they're doing is a distant epilogue, and on top of that, you factor in Jon Snow is a fire white now. Like, I don't think he ages. So I think what they're going to do, I had a longer video explaining this, I'm going to link at the end. I think they're going to do this story that Martin really likes from Roger Zelazny, this was the first TV adaptation, TV thing Martin ever did, was an adaptation of Zelazny's famous short story, The Last Defender of Camelot, where it's Lancelot has lived centuries into the present modern day, and he's become jaded, and he doesn't really think it was worth anything anymore. So I think they might be doing that. Maybe not living into a quote-unquote modern technological era. I think this might be a distant epilogue set hundreds of years later with Jon Snow as this wandering nomad Odin-like figure who just comes in occasionally and just laments that the magic is gone and all the people he knew hundreds of years ago. It might not include any of the original cast members besides him, if they go the Last Defender of Camelot route. But the Last Defender of Camelot thing would fit the format of a limited run series a lot better. Or like Wolverine, the Logan movie, where it didn't have the full cast come back, and it was set kind of in the future because he doesn't age as fast. And the Logan movie might be a better example of what I think they're going for, where that isn't a giant new era, that's kind of an epilogue, with one or two other characters coming back. I think that's what they're doing. So if you think this will redeem the White Walker storyline, I don't think, you never know, but I don't think they're going to introduce suddenly all these new things. Oh, the Night King isn't really dead and all this other stuff. I don't think they're going for that. It is a limited run series. This is a one-shot. That is the point of this. And part of me, I kind of hope maybe they'll go the X-Men route and have a time travel reset for the whole thing. Time travel exists in this universe, as we found out in Season 6. Maybe they'll end it with a time travel reboot, so going, all that other stuff wasn't exactly how it happened. Time travel with the Weirwood Network, mental time travel with the Weirwood Network, focus on the prequels now, and eventually we're going to make a reboot. Just like Days of Future Past and everything rebooted everything, so that's one way of doing it, that I think they're either making a soft reboot, like X-Men, or Logan-like having a distant finale centuries later with this immortal Jon, because he's a fire white. But I think this is going to be more of a limited-run character piece than a giant full-scale war thing. And it's not even greenlit yet. I think it'll probably be greenlit because Kid is really behind it. But that's the one new piece of information we have. The executive producer who usually works with Kid, who we thought would be attached to this, and the fact that they hid it from us because they didn't want us to know, it's not going to be a giant 3-season thing. It's aiming for limited run 6-episode character piece is what we're looking at for this.